For Real Madrid fans, in the last 2 weeks, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Courtois picks up an ACL injury. Then, a few days later, Militao picks up an ACL injury. And it's confirmed Kylian Mbappe will be staying at PSG for the upcoming season. Oh yeah, and Arda Guler also has to undergo knee surgery, and their only currently employed striker is a Stoke City flop. But before we do get into the current mess that is Real Madrid, make sure to subscribe. 95.9% of my viewers aren't subscribed. What are you doing? Hit that button. Also make sure to leave a like on the video. First, let's talk about Joselu, Karim Benzema's replacement, who has been unbelievable for Real Madrid in the last 2 years, especially been their best player, key man. So to lose him on a free transfer, it's not ideal, and to bring in Joselu, it's not very shiny, is it? The big name would have been Kylian Mbappe. That would have got you off your feet, but Joselu has done alright. In the last 4 years, he's consistently scored plus 10 goals in the Liga, scoring 16 for Espanyol last season. Yes, he did flop at Newcastle and Stoke City in the Premier League, but this is La Liga. He clearly does well there. In a better team like Real Madrid, I'm confident he can score plus 10 goals. Joselu is a decent footballer, but he's not Real Madrid. On a Champions League night against Bayern Munich or Manchester City, is Ruben Diaz or Matthias de Ligt really going to fear Joselu? To be fair, those guys probably don't fear anyone, but they would be worrying about someone like Karim Benzema. It's not going to be like that for Joselu. Real Madrid deserve great, not good. So for him to be their striker for this season is a little bit concerning. Now let's talk about Thibaut Courtois, the second best goalkeeper in the world in my opinion. No doubt world class, but he's picked up an ACL injury, which usually see a player out for about 9 months, so he's going to miss the entire season. It's not looking good. Backup goalkeeper Lewin was clearly not trusted with the role, so they looked into the market. They looked at someone like David Raya, potentially David De Gea after his failed transfer almost a decade ago. But the player they've decided to sign, and it was officially announced this morning, is Kepa Arrizabalaga on loan from Chelsea. A player already proven in La Liga with his time with Atletico Bilbao, which saw him get a world record transfer fee for a goalkeeper to Chelsea, where he's been very much hit and miss. Some good moments, a lot of bad. So how has he managed to get himself a spot as the #1 goalkeeper for the biggest club in the world for a season when he's not even the best Spanish goalkeeper at Chelsea? I'm not quite sure, but it's a good move for him. I do like Kepa as a character. I do find him quite entertaining, so I'm hoping he does well. Though he can be a little bit dodgy, so Real Madrid fans are probably a little bit concerned. He concedes a lot of long shots, so it might be a rocky season for both Kepa and Real Madrid. Next, onto Kylian Mbappe, who of course has decided to stay at PSG. The saga with Real Madrid will continue on for at least another year. Hopefully he doesn't sign a new contract and ends up at Real Madrid, because I think we're all sick of this transfer story every single summer. It's more repetitive than me telling you to subscribe, which you should do, by the way. Mbappe just should have taken the Saudi Arabia offer, become a billionaire, and then join Real Madrid on a free next year, because there's no benefit in staying in France, because what's he going to do? He's not going to win the Champions League, and what benefit to him is another French league title? But anyway, I'll talk to you about this whole story next year when it eventually happens, after Mbappe signs a new contract and he doesn't end up signing for Real Madrid. The other injuries for Real Madrid include Arda Guler, who has to undergo knee surgery. Their new one that they've just signed, who I've followed on Twitter for over a year now. I knew something you all didn't, that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, he looks a really talented player, but I don't think he was going to be that important of a player, especially in his first couple months at Real Madrid, so I don't think it's a massive loss, though it is disappointing. What is concerning, though, is Militao's ACL injury. That is a really important player that is going to be missing a lot. I think he is slightly overrated. I don't think he's as good as people say he is, but that doesn't mean he's not a very good centre-back. There's been talks of a Sergio Ramos potential return, because he's still a free agent, which is weird to me. You'd think that is the most Saudi Arabia signing possible, but it hasn't happened. Compare this Real Madrid side to the one last season. Goalkeeper, they've gotten worse. Defensively, they've gotten worse. Midfield, they've gotten better. Their midfield is fantastic, and then going forward, they've gotten worse. So they have a fantastic midfield, but everywhere else is not looking great. Joselu's injury record is good, but if something were to happen to him, who's going to be Real Madrid's striker? Because they have no natural striker in their team to replace him. They need to add more players from the transfer window right now, because injuries are really not helping them. This current Real Madrid team has a lot of stars: Jude Bellingham, Federico Valverde, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo. I could go on and on and on. They still have the old players like Luka Modric, but they're also missing a lot of compartments, and as it stands, I don't see them being favourites for the Liga or even the Champions League, but you can never really rule them out of the Champions League, can you? Looking at what is a thin squad and their injuries, things are not looking good for Real Madrid. But let me know what you think in the comments. Am I overreacting? Are Real Madrid just fine? Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.